Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my October favorites. I have quite a few of my favorites out in front of me, and I'm not forcing a single favorite. If there's something that I've been using that's the same thing that I usually use, I haven't really changed it up much. I'm not going to show it. That's kind of silly. I don't want to show you the same thing every single month. There's a lot of staples that I use every single month, but these are some of the things that I feel like I used a ton in the month of October. I just want to jump into this video. So if you're interested in seeing my favorites for the month of October, just keep watching. The first product that I want to talk to you about today is the Farmacy Green Clean. It is a makeup melt away cleansing balm. It works beautifully. I take my makeup off first with a makeup eraser and then I apply some of this. It's green. This one's almost empty. I already have another one purchased. I rub it all over my face and then I rinse it off, and it really melts away all of my makeup on my face. It smells so good. I love this brand. Everything that I've tried from this brand, I have literally fallen in love with. They have clearly become like #1 in their category for all the products that I've bought from them. And I'm always excited and interested in trying a new product because every product I've tried I've really enjoyed. So Green Clean from Farmacy, I love it. If you haven't tried it, get a sample of it or go pick it up at Sephora. The next product that is kind of like a skincare kind of thing is my Tatcha Pearl. I love this. I use this every single solitary day underneath my eye. My shade is in Moonlight. It is very hydrating. There's the product right there. You do not need a lot of this at all. You need a little rice size amount, the tiniest little bit, and I pat it under my eye. Initially with my finger, I do it under my eye and on my lower and upper eyelid, and then I pat it out with a beauty blender, and then over that I put concealer on. Sometimes I even forget and I'm like, oh darn it, did I even put concealer on? Because it does such a nice job. It depuffs and it really moisturizes under my eyes, so it really makes everything that I put over it look really smooth. So I absolutely love that. I highly recommend it. Let's get into some foundation. My foundation that I've been using a ton is the Tom Ford Traceless Foundation Stick, and I am in the color 4.0 Fawn. I have it on today. I really love this. It goes on so easily. It's a stick foundation, so when you put it on, you know, I just literally paint it on my face and then I buff it in with my Sonia Kashuk sponge. It stays on all day long. It gives a really pretty finish to the skin. The only thing that I hate about it is that it's so expensive. But other than that, I love this foundation. It really is something I've been pulling out a lot more, which I shouldn't be because it's way too expensive to use as often as I've been using it, but I do really love this. It really works well with any products that you put on over it. And I use the Makeup Forever Stick Foundation and the Anastasia Beverly Hills Foundation. I always felt like they either moved, they became too greasy, or products I put on over them would, like if I was putting a bronzer on or a blush on, the product underneath it, the foundation underneath it would move. This never does that, and so I really, really like it. If you get an opportunity to check this out, I highly recommend it. I just wish Tom Ford stuff wasn't so expensive. It's ridiculous. Let's get into some face products. I've been using the Too Faced Natural Face. This pretty packaging, the packaging is just so pretty on this. It's just so dainty and feminine. I have been using Trop It Like It's Hot, Sunny Honey, and Pink Sand a ton. These three as blushes. This I've used, Sunny Honey I used as a bronzer. You got to be careful with this because it can start to look orange really, really quick. So I try to be as careful as I can with that. I've also used Starlight and Satin Sheets, these two highlighters. I try to mix them together because separately they're just one's too yellow and one's too pink. So I kind of blend them together, and once they're blended together, it makes a really pretty sheen on the skin. So I really like that. But my favorite out of this entire thing is Pink Sand. This blush, this mauve tone blush, is so pretty. It looks so pretty on my skin. It's a pretty color. There it is right there. I've been using that a ton. It goes with so many different looks. You can use it if you've got a red eye going on, if you've got an orange eye going on, if you've got a neutral eye. It looks so pretty on the skin. And this has got a really nice sheen on the skin, and that's why I really like it. It just makes your face look really alive. So that is definitely a win from Too Faced. And then I also have been really loving the SmashBox Ablaze palette. I think you can still get this. This face palette is so pretty. I love this bronzer. It goes on beautifully. I love both of the highlighters, but these two blushes, when I've got an orange eye going on, are so pretty. They're so smooth. They have a ton of color payoff. Let me put them up here on my arm. And when you blend them out on your skin, it just looks so pretty. I'm going to blend them a little bit. So there's those two colors there. I love them. They look so pretty. And both of these bronzers, oh, they just go on. This one, they feel creamy when they go on your skin. And blended out, oh, I just love them. There's the two bronzers and the two blushes. I really, really love this palette. I've used it a ton this entire month, especially with, you know, it being the fall-y colors. Those colors on my skin just look really, really pretty. So that has definitely been a big player this month, especially with the next two palettes that I'm going to show you. The Too Faced Gingerbread palette, oh my goodness. If you can get your hands on this, buy it. It is that good. I love... This smell isn't as overpowering as like when you open the Sweet Peach palette or when you open up the chocolate bar palettes. It's a lot lighter. It really kind of smells vanilla-y. But these colors, this pink, oh, I love it. What is that pink called? Gumdrop and Hot Toddy. I've used Hot Toddy a ton. I mean, like, I've gone in hard with that color. All of the colors play so well. They blend out so nicely on the eye. The pigment in this palette is so, so pretty. And what other color have I used a ton? Warm and Toasty. I mean, every color. If you have an opportunity to pick this palette up, you'll love it. They are gorgeous colors. And it's a really good all-in-one palette, meaning you can do an entire look. You don't have to grab for anything else because there's dark, there's mid-tone colors, there's highlighting colors, you can do all browns, you could do pink colors, you can do peach colors. It's really a beautiful palette. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Yes, I've used it a ton and I will continue to use it. And don't ask me why. I always keep the packages when I first buy a palette, hang on to them for a while, and then I end up finally getting rid of them when the package looks terrible. So that was definitely a big player in the month of October for me. Another palette that I have started using, which sounds terrible because I've had it for a long time, is the Natasha Denonoa Sunset palette. I got this, and I don't know if it was the timing of when I bought it, but I really didn't use it a ton. I think I used it 2 or 3 times just because I had just bought it. And I'll see randomly people put videos up about Natasha Denonoa, and it makes me want to pull a palette of hers out, like the Star palette. I used that a couple of times this month. But then I was trying to decide if I wanted the Natasha Denonoa Gold palette, so I figured I'd pull the Sunset palette out and start using it more, seeing as I wasn't using it at all. And I've really, really fallen in love with it. Her shades blend out like you wouldn't believe. They like blend themselves. This yellow I really thought I'd never use, and I really liked it when I used it last. This like warm brown, this dark warm brown is so pretty in the crease. I've really loved it, and I'm so glad that I picked it up again because for $129, yeah, they're $129, for it to just be sitting on a shelf is sad and shouldn't happen. If I'm not going to use it, it should find a new home. But I'm glad I picked it up, and I've used it a ton, and I know I'll continue to use it a lot during the fall. So Natasha Denonoa, you are one of my all-time favorites. So, and my last favorite for the month of October is the Pat McGrath palette that I am so in love with. I am so glad that I picked it up. It has been a palette that I have got to get off of my makeup table because if I have it there, I just want to use that and no other makeup. And it's the Bronze Seduction, the Pat McGrath MotherShip 5 Bronze Seduction palette. This is the empty box, but I just think the box is gorgeous. I can't stop with this palette. I absolutely love it. If you have to pick anything from Pat McGrath, out of everything she sells, pick up this palette. It is that good. I'm telling you, you will not be upset if you pick this palette up. It is absolutely gorgeous. And get out of your comfort zone. Try different colors and try grouping different colors. You'll be shocked at how much you love it. This green, pink color right here, oh, seriously, I cannot get enough of this eyeshadow. It looks gorgeous. It's got such a beautiful color shift on it. this color right here. Oh my, I just can't. It's just beautiful. Her eyeshadows are so buttery. They're so smooth. They look amazing on the eye. I always get compliments when I have this eyeshadow palette on. And just looking at it now, I have gone hard into this color right here. Just looking at it on screen makes me want to only use this week or only use this for work tomorrow. I absolutely am in love with this eyeshadow palette. So if I can recommend anything for you from Pat McGrath, definitely number 5, Bronze Seduction. I don't know why I want to call it Bronze Ambition all the time, but it's Bronze Seduction, and okay, so we're done with eyeshadows. We just have a couple more things. I'm not going to go crazy. My Nars Vin Venito, I have had so many of these, tons of these eyeliners, and I never use them. This is just like a sample 100-point perk. I must have about 6 of them like this. But somebody on YouTube was talking about Vin Venito in her waterline, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it, because I have such a hard time where if I want just my upper waterline lined with a eyeliner, it always transfers to the bottom. Like my Marc Jacobs, if I put it just on the inner waterline and then I close my eyes, it automatically transfers to the bottom. Well, I don't necessarily always want black on both my top and bottom lash. I want black on my top lash so it makes my lashes look longer, but not on my lower lash line. So I started using this. It doesn't budge. It doesn't budge. It doesn't transfer down to the lower lash line. And if any were to transfer down there, if I take a Q-tip and wipe it clean, I can put a different color like I have on today. So I have this in my upper water lash line, and then in my lower lash line, I have a 24/7 by Urban Decay. And they have not like melted into each other. They look beautiful. So Vin Venito, love you this month. Then just lip products. That's all I have left. I have been using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Estrella. I think that's how you say it, Estrella. This lip gloss. This lip gloss goes with any lip look that you're going to possibly do. I love this. I love the smell of these. And where am I going to put this? I have a disastrous hand and I have no wipes. It is a pinky tan nude. There's that color right there. I really, really like this lip gloss. It lasts a long time. It doesn't have big glitter particles in it. And that's what I really like about it, because I don't like to feel, you know, glitter when you're rubbing your lips together, and you will not feel it with that. She's got several other ones that came out when this one came out. I think there's a gold one, and I think there's a more white one. So you can always go in the store and check and see what color you would use the most and pick up that one. I've been using my Dose of Color liquid lipstick a ton. This is a Mauve Story. I love this color. Oh, I love this color. Put it right next to that so you can see that. I love these Dose of Color liquid lipsticks. They go on so smoothly. They don't crack. They don't get crumbly in the center part of my lips, which I hate. I hate that dry, cracked feeling where your lips feel like they're going to peel off. And then if you're out somewhere and you eat something or drink something, and then all of a sudden the center of your mouth looks all dry and cracked, it looks terrible. And then what do? Sit there and try and pull all of, oh, it's just disgusting. So I hate that. These don't do it. I've got multiple Dose of Colors liquid lipsticks now, and they had those liquid lipstick collections, the minis. I just ordered those so that I'll have a bunch of the originals. This was, I think, the Desi and Katie. It was either the Desi and Katie. Yeah, this is the Desi and Katie, the new collaboration that they just had. That was part of that collection. And then I've been wearing the Too Faced Pout About It. I really like this. I'm always into nudes. I wish I could get out of nudes, but I'm never going to. I love this formula, the butter lipsticks. They feel so creamy and nice on the lips, and when you don't want to wear a liquid lipstick, it's a great alternative. I really, really like it. So there's those two colors. That's Pout About It, and that's a Mauve Story, and then there's the lip gloss. And I've been taking that lip gloss and putting it on top of the Dose of Colors, a Mauve Story, and it looks really, really pretty, especially if you have anything pinky toned on your eyes. So that's pretty much it. Some of my other favorites that have nothing to do with makeup are, we are addicted to This Is Us. We've been power watching it. My husband and I have, and we are finally up to episode 3 and loving spending time watching that. It is so weird how this TV show can be linked to just about anybody's life. You know, you can watch the show, any TV show that you can watch and take something away from it where it makes you feel better, it makes you reflect on your own life or thankful for things that you have in your own life. then I think that that's a win, because there's so much garbage TV out there that you just sit there and watch and it doesn't really matter what's happening. It doesn't really make a difference in your life. But if you can watch a show and feel good, or watch a show and it emulates some of your life, it gives you positive feelings about your life, then I think it's amazing. Anything that makes you reflect back on yourself, I think is amazing. And my favorite, oh my gosh, favorite music this month, I am loving the soundtrack to A Star is Born. If you have not seen that movie, go see it. I literally bawled my eyes out. Amazing, amazing movie. I absolutely loved it. I highly recommend it. Go see it. The songs that are in there, Lady Gaga, Bradley Cooper, amazing. I'm going to take my mom to see it again. That's how much I loved it. It's an amazing movie. I highly recommend it. So that was my favorites for the month of October. I hope you had a great October. I hope Halloween was great for you. And I hope that during the month of November, you have a great November, and that you take time to think about all the important things in your life, people that are around you. Surround yourself with good people, and good things will happen for you. What were some of your October favorites? If you have any, I'd love to hear about them down below. If there's something that you think that I should really try, I'd love to hear that too. So if you enjoyed the video, I hope you'll give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and until next time, have a great November. Bye-bye!